Hey guys, welcome back to the YKB, Why Keep the Box Collecting, where we immediately store the value of our figures and free them from their plastic and cardboard prisons. I got you something nice today. It's the Sandman from No Way Home. I was at Ross. I saw him for that beautiful price of $6.99, and I was like, why not add him to the collection? Let's take him to the table. So we got Sandman here looking amazing. My box is a little bit destroyed because it came from Ross, and you know, it happens sometimes. But for that $6.99 price point, looks pretty good. I really do like this packaging. You know, I don't like that it didn't come with a Build-A-Figure, but, you know, they did the card back so they didn't have to do that. But it looks fine. But it's here at the YKB. Why keep the box? We don't care about boxes, so let's free Sandman. I have to be careful here because the box is destroyed, so... Here's Sandman in the packaging. Alright, so we got Sandman here. Let's get a little bit closer. And he looks pretty good. For the most part, you know, he is a solid piece of plastic with a little bit of airbrush, sorry. You know, the face just looks pretty good. It looks like the actor, but there really isn't much to the body. You know, simple kind of character is supposed to be sand. But for what they do, it looks good. Let's go look at his accessories. His accessories, monster hands, for when he turns into Big Sandman. The accessory pieces that go onto monster hands. Do like when they do that. And regular hands. So, you know, I like how they come with regular hands that shows the gripping, and then bigger hands, so maybe stop motion people could do some effects or some thoughts or something. He comes with fist on his person, so really wish there was a fist on this, but you know, it's Hasbro with accessories. You know, sometimes they give you some, sometimes they don't. But let's stick him on the figure. All right, like I said previously, he has fist hands on him. There is his grabbing hands. Looks like a zombie in this one. Or a mummy. Maybe a mummy. And I love the way they do this. They add the accessories. And it has a bigger peg in it so that it can go through this and through the hand. Just amazing. You know, when Hasbro does stuff like that, you know, it works. It really does. I do have a couple Sandman here that I'm going to bring out just to see the comparison, because I kind of picked them up because I wanted a Sandman version that was, you know, sandified. And also I got a whole bunch of these No Way Home figures. So my thought is, you know, why not have Sandman too? All I'm doing is waiting for Lizard to go on sale and Doc Ock. If I can get them for, I don't know, sub $20, I'll pick them up. That's my thought on it anyway. But there you go. That's his hands. That's his accessories. Alright, well, since I got him here, let's do some articulation. He can do a T-pose. His head moves all the way around really well. This can go all the way around. Bicep swivel. Double jointed. Moves like butter. Only up top. Which is a little bit sad. I wish there was a waist cut, you know. No split. His leg kicks up that high. Thigh swivel. Double jointed. Can he kick his butt? Nope. But he definitely has a butt. And ankle rocker. So it's fine. It's pretty standard for Hasbro articulation. I really wish there was a waist, but you know, what can you say anyway? It's fine. Alrighty, since I got him here, let's do some height. Let's see how tall he is. He is looking at about, he's a little bit shy of 6.5. maybe 40% of an inch. So I was never good at math, but let's just say a third. And from side to side, he's about 2 1/4. You know, curious to see how big these hands are. It's about 1 1/4. The hands are about 1 1/4. So he's gonna take up about the standard amount of room of you know Marvel Legends. Nothing crazy, just fine. I really wish he came with a bottom bit so he can do that big monster sand thing. But maybe that I'll just have to get a 3D print or something. I got him for shoot $6, so $20 into a 3D print might not be bad. All right, so I got all the Sandman over here, different bunch of Flint Marcos, and for the most part, I don't have the San Diego exclusive one. I didn't get that one, and I think there's one other one out. I can't remember, but for the most part, here's the Build-A-Figure. Here is the cardback version, and why not leave them on with their fun effects? I didn't do it for him, so. There you go. They all got their sound effects on. And yeah, he's a little bit too realistic for what I wanted and too short. If we put him side to side, clearly, much bigger dude over here. He has about I don't know, 1/4 of an inch or a 1/2 inch on him. And this Sandman is much bigger. But, Sandman can mess with his height, so, But for everyone who's curious, will he fit in? He'll fit in fine, but he's not perfect. There is some imagination that needs to be done and some stretching of beliefs, because even this Build-A-Figure doesn't match this one too well. The colors themselves are fine, but it's the sand. He really is like beigeier version than him, and way lighter than the other one. I'm just rambling. It's enough. You can see how they are with each other. Still, one of my favorite accessory pieces. Again, punch in the head part. It's amazing. Alright, here is him with Green Goblin and Electro. Just brought them out so you can see them in comparison. Like I said earlier, I do not have the Doc Ock or the Lizard. They still haven't dropped down low enough for me and price point to pick them up. Green Goblin was a must pick up, just because he looked absolutely amazing. The rest of them was very much on clearance. But, he very much fits with them, looks good with them. Hasbro does a pretty good job with their movie figures. Sometimes I feel like they do a better job with their movie figures than their comic book figures. But that's my hot take of the day. Alrighty, well here's Tobey and Tom Holland Spider-Man, just with each other, so you can see them. There's them together, giving all that 90s glory. Or was it 2000s? It don't matter to me. And here is the Tom Holland one. I really did like this suit, but there you go. Andrew Garfield's still in the house. I didn't feel like the need to take him out. But there you go, Sandman with Spider-Man. And speaking of Spider-Man, I just wanted to take out a couple more, just to show the if you wanted to use him as like a comic book version, see how it compares with Spider-Man. There's Pizza Spidey, and there's Kid Spidey, just so you can compare them. Do they really work with each other? Not really. I feel like Sandman just looks a little too realistic for the two. Here is Fantasy 15 body and the Love 2-pack body. Does he work with them? Not really. Same thing like the other two. The textures is a little bit too much with this Spider-Man. Alright, since we got all that comparing and contrasting out of the way, let's go see how he scales with other figures not from his line. Like McFarlane's Spawn, Star Wars Black Series, Loyal Subjects Aang, G.I. Joe Classified Series. He actually seems like he works with G.I. Joe Classified series pretty well. SA Trigger Arts, Marvel Legends, Jack Specific, and NECA Turtle. For the most part, I think his height works with just about anything. He's about, standard Hasbro figure size, so just about anything works with him. So what else can I say about Mr. Flint Marco over here? Mr. Sandman. He looks fine. I think out of the No Way Home bunch, he definitely was the we don't have to put in much guy. Kind of shows, but it's not bad. Especially not for $6. And maybe that's why I got him. Because a whole bunch of people thought they can pass on him and they would be fine. But enough said. For more reviews like this, come to the YKB. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. If you can find them and you didn't pick them up, it's pretty good. But I don't know. I wouldn't go running out of my way for him. He's just fine.